Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. This run is going to be done by Articuno. Articuno is obviously very powerful being a legendary. However, its starting moveset is Peck and Ice Beam. Ice Beam is base 95, and Articuno being same type means it gets a little boost whenever it uses a move of the same type. So in the early run, Articuno is obviously going to be very good. Oh, now watch this. The rival trainer will walk... if I select that Pokeball on the far left, the rival trainer walks on top of me. It looks really funny. So Articuno, knowing Ice Beam, is going to make it very, very powerful in the start of the game. Brock is pretty much going to be a one-hit knockout all his Pokemon. All the bug catchers are going to be easy to beat. The rival's not going to be particularly difficult to beat. I've picked Charmander because Articuno is theoretically weak to fire. So we beat the first rival pretty much without even breaking a sweat. Articuno, even though Peck's not that strong, Articuno's legendary status, its attack stat is still pretty good. Its special is also really, really high. It's decently fast, it can take good hits. So straight away I know that Articuno is probably not going to struggle with this run. So we will make our way to Viridian City, pick up Professor Oak's secret parcel, and we will now continue back down to deliver it to him personally. In return, he will give us a Pokedex and will say to us that he wants us to fulfill his dream, which is creating an encyclopedia on all 151 Pokemon. I find it suspicious that he will get a 10-year-old kid to fulfill that task. Is he too busy to fulfill that 151 collection, given that there are old trainers around the world map and Professor Oak wouldn't be really that much older than them? I'm talking about the trainers like the Gentlemen and the Gamblers. They look to be about the same age as Professor Oak. So is Professor Oak actually too old to do this, or is he too busy? What would he be too busy doing? What would he be too busy doing, I should say? Is he too busy running a criminal enterprise like Team Rocket, and does he want the 151 Pokemon's data so he can, learn more about Pokemon, which ones are rare, which ones are powerful? Imagine if Team Rocket had a guide to all the Pokemon in the world. How much more powerful would that make them? Just a little bit of a conspiracy theory, but I think Professor Oak is the true leader of Team Rocket, and he wants you to collect the data on the Pokemon so he can use it for his own personal gain. But that's just me. Anyway, Articuno will slaughter all the bug trainers standing in its path, give it a few of those handy levels at the start of the game. Let's peck down Weedle. I get poisoned, but there are 2 antidotes you can pick up in Viridian Forest. I'll pick up another couple of potions. I don't think I'll need the potions, but they're always handy to have just in case something goes wrong. For example, you get poisoned and wrapped by Ekans. Let's grab another one from that tree, and let's go and do the second rival battle. I never skip him. It's like tradition for me. It's so ingrained in my brain to go and battle this rival that I will never not battle him. And you can skip him, you don't need to battle him. In fact, if you lose the first battle to him and you don't defeat him here, he actually ends the game with an easier team to defeat. So, yeah. Or in theory, an easier team to defeat his Pokemon. His team will change slightly. Alright, so let's make our way through Viridian Forest, even at level 9. Articuno's not going to have any problem with Brock's gym. I will heal just out of habit more than anything. I probably don't even need to. So, let's battle the Lightyear trainer. I accidentally went for Peck. I meant to go for Ice Beam, but it doesn't matter. Diglett doesn't have very good defense anyway. Brock, Geodude is a one-hit kill. And Onyx, whose special stat is probably even worse than Geodude's, will also be a one-hit kill. Does outspeed Articuno, but that doesn't matter. Ice Beam, easy win. Let's head over to Cerulean City. First, before that, we need to get through Mount Moon, which also isn't going to be much difficulty. There's a couple of rockets in there and a couple of trainer that uses we call it like poison Pokemon, uses coughing, Grimer, but still not going to be any difficulty for Articuno with its Ice Beam starting move and its good special. All the trainers along here, I don't battle all of them, I don't need to, you got to get through at least 4. If you go through the bug catchers, you get through this pretty easily. So let's battle the last bug catcher, peck both of these Pokemon. Alrighty, and we are heading up to Mount Moon. Let's do a quick heal. So Mount Moon, Paris straight away, that's actually quite rare. Can Articuno learn Water Gun? It can, okay. Even though Water Gun's not really that useful for it because it's got Ice Beam, it is handy having another move. And Water Gun's got 25 PP, so it gives Articuno a bit more longevity before needing to heal again. I didn't bother picking up the rare candy in here because I don't think Articuno is going to need it. It may need a level or 2 more to get through Misty's Starmie comfortably. So that's why I battled that hiker, just to get another easy level. So there's only one more mandatory trainer. In fact, there's only one mandatory rocket trainer in here, and the fossil guy. The fossil guy's Pokemon all get knocked out with 1 hit from Ice Beam. Nice and easy, and let's advance on. So I do pick up a Great Ball here. This is so I can catch a Spearow a little bit to the east of Vermilion City. I do this so I can trade Spearow for Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd can learn Cut and Fly, so he's quite useful. Dig. Paris can learn Dig and Cut, so it's also a strategy to catch it in Mount Moon, but I usually don't. I have a speed up toggle on my controller, so I don't necessarily need to dig out of some places. And the escape rope in Mount Moon, I have actually learned, I did forget to pick it up, but I have actually started to learn picking up that escape rope is handy, as the only places I really want to use an escape rope to get out of, because they take a little bit of an annoying amount of time, is Cinnabar's Mansion. So I'm going to go battle the rival. He shouldn't be too much problem. Pidgeotto's a one-hit kill, and that's really the difficult one because of Sand Attack. Ice Beam will knock out Rattata. Ice Beam will also knock out Charmander. So in Gem 1 only, I think it's Gem 1 only, I'm like 90% sure, but Fire doesn't resist Ice like it does in later generations. So the trainers on Nugget Bridge are pretty easy for a legendary Pokemon. Let's get through Nidoran. And we will beat this falsified Team Rocket member who tries to get you to join Team Rocket. I could become a top leader in Team Rocket. After all, I am collecting data on all 151 Pokemon to give it to who I believe is the head honcho of Team Rocket, and I think Giovanni is his second in command. And Giovanni was dispatched to test your trainer. You know, there is a Professor Oak battle programmed in this game. I have got a video of me battling him on the channel. Yes, Professor Oak's battle, you do need to use, if you do it on cartridge, you do need to sort of use like this kind of hack in a way. You can do it using Ditto and the fly glitch, flying away from a trainer that sees you when you pull the menu up before the frame loads the trainer in. So it's a bit of a convoluted convoluted battle to activate, but it's that first trainer in Cerulean Gym that I've already beaten is actually the trainer that I used to initiate that Professor Oak battle. And he's got a decent team. He's got a Gyarados, he's got a Tauros. Starmie was fairly easy. I didn't think it would be any problem. Ice Beam, even though it's not like super effective, I did end up getting a freeze, but Starmie, really even with any move, isn't going to do any damage to Articuno. So let's beat another Team Rocket member. I thought Bubble Beam would have done a bit more there. But anyway, we have defeated Misty. Let's head on down to Vermilion City so we can do the next rival battle on the SS Anne, which also shouldn't be too difficult. And then we will go down and battle Lieutenant Surge. Surge could be a challenge. He could do some damage, especially if he hits a Thunderbolt and then he gets a Paralysis. It could see Articuno in a spot of bother, but at the same time, Articuno is pretty quick. It probably will outspeed. Alrighty, quick heal, and let's go jump on the boat. Or should I catch Spearow first? Nah. Let's go do the boat. So tradition now is to battle this trainer. Articuno can't learn Body Slam, I already know that, but it's just tradition for me to pick it up. I'm like 99% sure it doesn't learn Body Slam. No. Even though Articuno does have a pretty big body, so in theory it could learn Body Slam. Like it could use it. Alright, let me just grab another Great Ball just in case Spearow breaks out of my first one, which it did for the first time on, was it my Porygon run? It's like the only time Spearow's ever broken out of that Ultra Ball. Alright, so we get rid of Raticate and Pidgeotto with one hit kills. Kadabra survives too. I used Ice Beam and got a critical hit on Charmeleon. I probably should have used Bubble Beam, but that's fine. Alright, we have the HM for Cut, which means we can now advance with the rest of the game. Although first, let me catch Spearow so I can trade it for Farfetch'd. Articuno might... yeah, I thought it might be. There's an escape rope in that little tree there as well. Handy to have. Spearow might... yeah. So like, 9 times out of 10, if you just throw the Great Ball at it, Spearow will get caught because it does have a pretty easy catch ratio. So now that's caught and I have Farfetch'd. I will proceed on. Now this is the funny thing. This one I am recording post... hang on, I forgot Surge. I have done that before. I have forgotten to battle Surge and went all the way to Celadon, beat Erica, even did like Pokemon Tower, then went and got Fly, and then it said a badge is required, and then realised that I hadn't actually battled Surge. So I have forgotten him before. Now, this puzzle irritates me. I've said it in my other runs, but when you find the right one, it's a 50-50. It'll be the one to your, like, right next to it on the right hand side, like I tried with that one, or 50-50 it'll be in the very top left. It's like, it's a programming bug. See, there you see the top left one open the door. So, ooh. Alright, there's an Ice Beam on Voltorb, Ice Beam on Pikachu, and Lieutenant Surge goes for an X speed, which does make his Raichu faster. Thunderbolt would have been a 2-hit kill, so if Surge hit a Paralysis there, Articuno actually would have lost. Or at least he should have. So yeah, somewhat lucky, because Paralysis is, fairly common. I think it Don't quote me, but I think it might be 20% with Thunderbolt. I could be wrong, I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely not as common as getting frozen. I feel like I get paralyzed a lot easier than frozen. And that's for like all Pokemon games. Alright, let's knock out all these bugs. What's your opinion on Gen 1 bug types? Pinsir is actually really strong. Physically, he's got very high attack. A Pinsir run will actually be quite fun. He doesn't learn fantastic moves. He can learn Seismic Toss, which isn't too bad. Yeah, I'd like to do Pinsir soon. Alright, this Hurt and Confusion stuff is forever going to be a thorn in the side of Pokemon players, but we are through. And there is another one down here, another Pokemaniac with a Slowpoke. So Ice Beam is doing more than Peck, and you see Slowpoke has actually gotten Articuno's health down quite a bit. So this is why I keep hold of those potions at the top. There. There's a super potion on the wall outside of Rock Tunnel. I forgot to pick it up, but I don't think it's going to matter. I must have moved before I picked it. That's why I cut the trees down at the front. Maybe I should bring some repels in future runs. Do you think I should use repels, or should I just, because I got the speed up toggle, I can just sort of like get through it within a couple of seconds? Might not even be worth buying the repels. Okay, the troublesome hiker in here won't be a problem for Articuno. He will be for other Pokemon. Alright, let's get rid of Meowth. You know what, Persian will actually make a pretty interesting run as well. I accidentally hit Peck against that first Geodude, I didn't mean to. Cost me a little bit of health, but that's alright. Yeah, Persian run would actually be quite interesting, because Persian can actually learn a couple of interesting moves that you wouldn't think it could. It can learn Thunderbolt, and I think it can learn Water Beam as well. Water Gun as well, which is interesting. Persian's special isn't fantastic, so having Thunderbolt's not really like a... It'll be very good for Lorelei, obviously. Alright, let's battle what is rival battle number 4. I just use Ice Beam against Gyarados. It's the most effective move because it's part flying. I should have actually gone for Bubble Beam there, but that's fine. Ice Beam with Articuno is just so powerful. Like, it's going to be a stable move for the whole game. Even thinking ahead to the Elite Four, the only one I can really see being too much of an issue is Lorelei might be a little bit difficult. Agatha will be a little bit difficult as well. But apart from that, obviously Bruno won't cause any issues. Lance will be easy. Even the rival trainer won't be too difficult. So let's proceed on to Celadon City. For once I don't need to trade the TM for Ice Beam. I already have Ice Beam. So let's cut down the tree and go and get Fly. Fly will make it easier to bounce around the map. And now that we are at Celadon City, I have the option of battling Erica. We can also go and clear out the Game Corner's Team Rocket gang. I think I will get... Let's grab that PP up, which I will likely use on Ice Beam. Ice Beam's Only got 10 PP, which isn't much. And being Articuno's best move, it would make sense to use the PP up on Ice Beam. Alrighty, Erica. No, Erica will be easy. All of her Pokemon are weak to Ice Beam. They're probably slower than Articuno. It'll be a very, very easy victory. Look at that, one hit kill on Victory Bell, Tangela. Vileplume, also one shot. Not even a challenge. Too easy for Articuno. Look at those stats. Those are very, very good stats for a level 30. So let's exit the gym and let's go and defeat Team Rocket in the game corner. Or should I say let's go and defeat Professor Oak's henchman in the game corner. Just saying, like why exactly does Professor Oak need you to do this? If he's, not trying to take over the world with Pokemon, you get a 10-year-old kid to go and do this task? Did Professor Oak want all the data so he could create the world's strongest Pokemon? If you've got data on every Pokemon out there in the world, think about it. You can manufacture a Pokemon that'll be stronger than any Pokemon on record because you have all the data, you know what everything's weak to. Did Professor Oak order the creation of Mewtwo? That way he could have the ultimate Pokemon to himself and he just needs to pretend to be the good guy to, cover up. Just saying, I'm just calling it as I see it. I see Professor Oak as actually being the mastermind behind Team Rocket, behind that theory. In the anime, no. He sends Ash on a quest with Pikachu and says don't come back for a while. Lives next door to his mum. You don't really need to be a genius to work out why. Nice and easy, let's break in through and defeat Professor Oak's, or what I believe is Professor Oak's right-hand man. He wants to test his Pokemon trainer that he's selected to complete the Pokedex. Oh, and Giovanni just happens to drop the Sylph Scope. It's a pretty big item. Like, if you look at the item, it fits on your head. If you drop it, you're gonna notice, and it's probably expensive. You don't want to just lose something like that, unless, of course, the trainer needs to advance, and Professor Oak said to Giovanni, hey, drop him this so he can catch me a Ghastly, and a Haunter, and a Gengar. That way he can get some, data on him. The ghosts are scary. Get the kid to do it. Just saying, when you look at it at this point of view, things don't add up, man. I'm completing this Pokedex, but for what cause? Alrighty, let's get through Channelers, who are the ones who destroy any hopes of a legitimate Magikarp run. It also destroys Caterpie, Metapod, Kakoonas. Alright, Marowak isn't any issue. And the Team Rocket members down here also won't be any difficulty. Yeah, they're all just Raticates, Zubats. No problem for Articuno. We will rescue Mr. Fuji and we will grab a Poké Flute, which will allow us to get through the Snorlax who are blocking the way to Fuchsia City. So pick up a drink from the vending machine. I need the drink for the vending machine to get to Saffron. It didn't pick it up, did it? There's no more room in my bag. Alright. Yeah, in Gem 1, your bag spots are limited to just 20 spots. So let's... Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I went back to the fridge to get one. Then I came back here to sell my items, didn't sell my items, didn't get a drink, and went straight to the gate that I can't get past without a drink. Hang on, I'm not focusing. Hang on, let's empty some spots in my bag. Well, that was embarrassing. I'll sell the rare candy. Articuno's not going to need rare candies. Get rid of some TMs. Now let's go get our drink to give to the guard before I forget again and go back to the gate and go, why won't the guard let me through? Alright, fresh water. Can Articuno learn Tri-Attack? Alright, that's Rock Slide. I don't care about Rock Slide. Just wondering if Articuno can learn Tri-Attack. He can't, no. I was just curious. Tri-Attack's not actually a bad move. I used it for Porygon in my Porygon run, and it's actually, like, it's a base 80 physical move. It'd be good for Sabrina's Psychic types. That was just my thought process. I just thought I'd see if Articuno could learn it. This time we will give the Saffron Guard the drink. And now we will go into Silphco, where we need to find a card key to start with, which is on this floor. Let's pick up another elixir. And battle this man's Arbok. Alright, easy win. You need the card key to open the doors. And, oops, didn't mean to battle him. I always end up battling him. I always run into him by accident. At level 34, Articuno probably isn't going to be able to beat the rival. Alright, let's get to floor 9. And heal up here. I think I might try the rival just to see if Articuno does, how he does fare against him. I don't think Articuno will win. Yeah, I don't know if Pidgeot outspeeds. Ice Beam will do alright for Pidgeotto. How much? Yeah, Gyarados hitting Hydro Pump's not going to be good. Ice Beam again. Alakazam. I really want to freeze. I didn't get it. And I'm confused. It's only just. Look, I tell you what, Articuno didn't do that bad. I actually thought it would have done a lot worse. Alright, let's head to Celadon and go down and battle Koga first. While that's technically a loss, I guess, I'm battling that rival trainer way too early. It's actually more suggested that you defeat Koga first. Alrighty. Let's head over to Koga's gym. So, often on runs, these trainers that have the Drowsy and the Kadabra, they can actually be harder than Koga himself. Depending on the Pokemon that you're using, if you're using, say, a Ghost type, those Drowsies and Kadabras can hit you with Psychic attacks and do you some damage. Koga, on the other hand, can use a Self-Destruct and not damage a Ghost. and his poison moves don't damage. So that's what I mean. That's why solo runs are interesting. It's a whole new perspective on playing the game. Like, trainers that are usually very easy suddenly become very difficult. So Ice Beam should get through most of his team without any problem. Wheezing, even if it used as self-destruct from here. With an X attack it might. Tell you what, if Wheezing hit self-destruct then, if it went for self-destruct, it probably would have knocked Articuno out. And I'm pretty sure I've still got ducks in my party, which means Wheezing would have knocked itself out, Articuno would have fainted, but I still would have won the battle. Yeah, I still had ducks with me. I have to try and remember to put him in the box when I get to Fuchsia. Oop, wrong way. Alright, let's head through the Safari Zone so I can get Surf and the gold teeth for the Warden, which I always forget to give him. So Safari Zone is just a tedious little park to get to. It's the more solo runs you do, the more this is just a hindrance. It's just a boring hindrance. Who's up? Yeah, that's what I think about the Safari Zone in solo runs. Mind you, in a legitimate run, very... I was about to say fun, but not really, because the Pokemon are stupidly hard to catch. Or the good ones, at least. Across all the games in Gen 1, in Safari Zone, you can catch... I can do the Fighting Dojo as well, can't I? You can catch Tauros, Scyther, Pinsir, Chansey, Kangaskhan, Rhyhorn's in there. You know, there's good Pokemon in there. I think Tangela's in there as well, depending on the version you're playing. Dratini, you can fish up a Dratini with the Super Rod. Okay, let's head back to the rival battle. What number is he? So there's one at the start, then the one in next to Viridian. Use Cerulean. Pokemon Tower, that's number 4. I missed the one on the SSN. SSN's number 4. Number 5 Pokemon Tower, number 6. So this is rival number 6. When I do my playthroughs, so. Alright, Ice Beam. He outspeeds Pidgeot, which is good. Let's get rid of Gyarados. Freeze. Good. Very good. I didn't want to get hit by a Hydro Pump. And Ice Beam is actually super effective against Charizard because it's part flying. Remember, fire doesn't resist ice in this generation. This gen only, I think. So Ice Beam would also be super effective against a Venusaur. It wouldn't, in theory, be super effective against a Blastoise. However, Blastoise doesn't have any super effective moves against Articuno. So in theory, Charizard can hit Articuno for more damage. That's why I feel Charizard's a better choice to be the rivals strong against your starter. And no, it's a tough one because Articuno will have a harder time damaging Blastoise. But Blastoise won't have anything super effective. Like if Articuno gets hit by a flamethrower from a Charizard, that's going to do quite a lot of damage. Alright, let's give the gold teeth. I have walked all the way to Victory Road before giving him the gold teeth and then not having strength. We'll teach Lapras Surf and Strength, that way all my HMs are now fine. Now, I can battle Sabrina or I can go to Cinnabar Island. I think I'll battle Sabrina first. Articuno, look, to be fair, Sabrina will actually be a difficult battle. Her Pokemon are fast, and obviously, you know, Alakazam and Kadabra have good special. There's a Freeze on Mr. Mime. What type is Venomoth in this game? because ice isn't effective against it. There we go. It wasn't too difficult beating Alakazam. If it hits Psychic, obviously, like if it hit Psychic every time, it might have. So let's head out of the gym and make our way down to Cinnabar Island. Now, Blaine might actually be difficult. If he hits his fire move... Alright, so I'm just googling it. Venomoth is poison and bug. I thought Ice type was super effective against bug. I guess I was wrong. To be honest, I actually thought Venomoth was a flying type. It's a poison and bug. Yeah. Poison and bug, so that means it wouldn't be... I usually use Thunderbolt on it because I always thought it was a flying type. If it's poison and bug... Well then it'll be able to get hit by ground type moves as well. In this. Gen 1's weird, man. In fact, I wouldn't have Venomoth as a poison and bug type. In fact, does Venomoth even learn poison moves? It doesn't. It doesn't learn Poison Sting. It learns Toxic, but nearly everything learns Toxic. Venomoth. Maybe I'll do a Venomoth run soon. Venonat, on the other hand, is very bad. Whenever I have to train Venomoth up and get him into it, Venonat up and evolve him into Venomoth in Gen 1, I always have a horrible time. And, that gate. I need to remember to bring repels for here. Okay, so the only poison moves Venomoth learns is Poison Powder and Toxic. It actually has a good learn set. It can learn Psychic, it can learn Mega Drain, Psychic, Toxic's okay. It has Leech Life as well. Leech Life isn't that powerful, but it's quite a useful move. Poison and Bug. Well, there you go. Alright, let's knock out Growlithe with Bubble Beam, knock out Ponyta with Bubble Beam, knock out Rapidash. Oh no, okay, Rapidash survive. It hit me with Fire Spin. Oh, if I get a Fire Blast here. Oh, it missed. It gets another chance. Articuno lost to Blaine. As soon as I seen Arcanine come out, if Articuno didn't get hit by Fire Spin, it would have won. Which is somewhat unlucky because Fire Spin's a pretty inaccurate move. I think it's like base 85, which I mean is like obviously 85% of the time is still pretty much in its favor to hit. But let's boost Articuno a level or two. As remember, once I beat Blaine, these trainers will all be gone, and these trainers actually give you decent EXP. So let's just beat a couple so I can get Articuno's level up a couple before we fight Blaine again. In fact, let's punish Blaine because he won. Let's be salty and punish him by beating up all these trainers. And I've used all my Bubble Beam PP. Quick heal. And before I forget, let me get a... ditch the TMs I don't need to sell them and get more money. Alright, let's do a quick heal and let's go back in. Alright, this should be a win this time. Two extra levels. Bubble Beam one hit and one hit against Ponyta. Will I one hit Rapidash now? What? What? So in Gem 1, you have a 1 in 256 chance of just missing your move. And it's hit with Fire Spin again. If I get hit by... Damn, even Ember knocked me out that time. Alright, look, that was unlucky. I got that stupid glitch miss. So, alright, let's go again. Literally, it's 1 in 256. Either 1 in 255 or 1 in 256. I don't remember which denominator exactly, but it's not very common that it happens. It's hit me with Fire Spin again, which means if I get hit by Fire Blast, I'm probably fainted. Oh, I'm burned. That's rubbish. Gem 1. You know, the chance of being burned is not high. You don't need to use a super potion against a level 15 Lapras. That was unlucky. Articuno should win this. It shouldn't have to level up anymore. What if this Rapidash would stop hitting Fire Spin? Alright, Bubble Beam. Hits with... Oh, you are kidding me. Alright, critical hit. Well done. I can't believe I got burned twice. That's... Does Fire Blast have a higher burn rate than anything? Oh, maybe it does. I don't think it does, but... I mean, 2 burns in a row, that's pretty consistent. So, anyway, it don't matter. Let's head over to Viridian City so we can beat what I believe is Professor Oak's right-hand man in Giovanni. It's just, Giovanni's just casually the 8th gym leader. You know, Professor Oak wants to test you before you go to the Elite Four. So, who better than Giovanni as the 8th gym leader if he's Professor Oak's right-hand man? Hey, just saying, like, it's a little sus. Oops, didn't mean to battle him. Yeah, if Professor Oak, if he's the imposter, then he's a bit sussy. Hey, there's even a Pokemon card with Imposter Professor Oak. And he's a bad guy. It was in the Team Rocket set of Pokemon cards. It was like pretty early in the release of Pokemon into like card form. But yeah, there's a Team Rocket edition of Pokemon cards. They're really, really cool. But hey, just saying, it doesn't all add up. Alright, Giovanni's wasn't full health, but it shouldn't matter. Get rid of Pidgeotto, get rid of Rhyhorn, get rid of Execute, get rid of Gyarados. Dragon Rage isn't too bad, actually. It's, it's special drop me, it's probably going to win. Oh no, it used Reflect a few times. Well, Ice Beam, it won't knock out Charizard. If I didn't get that special drop, I probably would have knocked it out. Alrighty, I'll head back to him again. Articuno, what level are you? 49. So, alright, level 50. So it's going to be around like the early 50s upon battling the Elite Four. Bite's fine. Can we get a freeze on Alakazam? Ooh, almost knocked it out with a critical hit. Reflect's fine, that only does for physical moves. Charizard is a one-hit kill with Ice Beam that time, unless it was a crit. I don't know, I sped the text too fast, I didn't read it. But I didn't think Articuno would have any problem with that rival. In fact, the rival's Pokemon actually really suit having an Ice type. That's why Jinx was so good. Because like the rival's Pokemon, like what? So you got Pidgeot that's weak to it. You've then got Rhyhorn and Rhydon that's weak to Ice. You've got Execute and Exeggutor which is weak to Ice. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Ice types are going to be really, really good against a rival. Like Jinx flew through this game when I used Jinx for the solo run. I think it ended the game at like level 66, which for the way I play was one of the best performances. Say for example, Butterfree was like level 93 or something. Butterfree got smashed. Magikarp was level 100. and it still couldn't do it. It had to be sort of like forced to win. Alright, let's proceed through here. What is it called? Victory Road. Victory Road in this game sucks. It's just a dank cave that's annoying to get through. The encounter rate's too high. You have to push boulders around on a stupidly easy puzzle that just takes more time than what's worth it. Go up and down these silly ladders. Push around another boulder. Push it around with a Pokemon that, in theory, probably can't move properly out of water. Run from another Zubat. Run from another Geodude. And let's proceed. Now, you know what's funny? You see how you see trainers in here? Every time you beat a gym, if you read the statue, it says winning trainers, it will say your rival's name in front of yours. None of the trainers in Victory Road are displayed on those pedestals. So therefore, they probably don't have the badges. So if that's the case, why are they in Victory Road? How did they manage to get past the guards without their badges? Also, another interesting point. Is it an oversight? Did Professor Oak put them there? Are they all secretly members of Team Rocket in disguise? Because at this point, your trainer would think that Team Rocket has been defeated. So are they Team Rocket members that Professor Oak snuck through to further test you before you went into the Elite Four? And just saying, like, those trainers aren't on the gym pedestals and yet they're past all the guards. Have to take a criminal organization to pull that off. And Articuno is getting smashed. Oh god. Oh, that's not good. Articuno did not do very well at all against Lorelei. Now, I've actually been thinking about this. I'm going to replace Peck with Fly because Fly is about 3 times stronger. So that's... Yeah, I needed a stronger physical move. I wasn't going to be able to do it with... Oh god, I hate this Dugong so much. There's no point using Fly against Cloyster. Cloyster's defense is like astronomically high. So, see what I mean? Like, Fly didn't even hit it for that much damage. In fact, Ice Beam probably did more, and I've already run out of too much HP. I'm trying to get a freeze against Slowbro. Oh, there we go, we knocked it out. Not going to get past Jinx in that run. I might actually have to level up a little bit, because Articuno is getting smashed. And this is a thing with Lorelei. If you use Ice or Water Pokemon for your solo run, Lorelei is actually quite hard to beat. Because all of your moves that have been so good throughout the whole game are no longer effective. So let me just run back and forth here in Victory Road, and because it's boring just watching me run around and level up, I am going to tell you some did you know facts just to get you through this little boring section. Okay. Did you know it is illegal to feed pigeons on the sidewalk in the streets of San Francisco? Did you know an astronaut was allergic to the moon? During the Apollo 17 mission, astronaut Harrison Schmitt found out they had a severe reaction to moon dust. Did you know that there is a toilet museum? Toilets detail back to 2500 BC. Wow. Well, I guess humans back then had to go to the toilet as well, didn't they? Did you know the official bird of Redondo Beach, California is a Goodyear blimp? The official bird is a blimp. Did you know 3 US presidents have won Grammy Awards? If you're wondering what presidents they are, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. Alright, let's sell TM27 so I can buy another 4 restore. Alright, level 53. I want to level up just a little bit more. Articuno is still not going to win at this level. I can see it already. Did you know it would cost 18.3 million to make a replica Darth Vader suit? And when I say like, I don't mean like a replica, I mean like a proper voice modifier, a breathing apparatus, and like the prosthetic limbs and like the augmented reality filter. Did you know strengths is the longest word in the English language with one vowel? The only vowel in the word strengths is E, and it only appears once. Did you know the country Liechtenstein, which is in Europe, has only one jail? Did you know it only takes 6 minutes for alcohol to affect your brain? This is why I'm glad I don't drink alcohol. I have never been drunk before. A lot of people find that really, really bizarre. Anyway, let's fight Lorelei. Yeah, I'm not doing that much better. Oh, this dugong, I swear. I love using Thunderbolt on this dugong. I hate this dugong with a passion. That and its rest. Its ability to use rest. Articuno is getting slaughtered. It's confused. It's damaging itself. Oh, we got a freeze on Slowbro. We'll fly one hit. Shouldn't one hit kill Jinx. That was a critical hit. What? Doesn't Jinx have terrible defense? Alright. Probably gonna have to level up a bit more. I'm gonna run and get this rare candy. I don't want to spend any more time in that stupid cave. I'll level up maybe once more. Alright. Did you know the youngest Olympian was 10 years old? According to the official Olympic records, the youngest athlete to win an Olympic medal was Greek gymnast Dimitrios Laundras, who finished third at the 1896 Olympic Games when he was 10 years old. Did you know there are 118 ridges on the side of a dime? Did you know only 18 out of 1 million Lego pieces are defective? Hey, to be fair, that's actually pretty impressive. 18 out of 1 million. That's what are the... I don't know the math behind that, but that's... So the odds of finding a defective Lego piece is 18 out of 1 million. Oh, that's below 1% chance of that happening. Alrighty, let's head back to Articuno now that I've leveled up a couple of times, but I think What level should I get to? I think Articuno, because it's getting smashed. So, like, I haven't even made it past Jinx. So I'm obviously going to need a few extra levels. And not only that, getting past Lapras is difficult as well. Did you know birds in Minnesota get drunk off berries? Did you know goosebumps are caused by a muscle? Did you know extreme ironing is an actual sport? Alrighty, let's use that rare candy. I'd saved using the rare candy because as you level up, you need more and more experience to level up, which that's why I use it after. Alright, level 59. Articuno should be able to get through this at level 59. Let's use Ice Beam on Cloyster. Yeah, Articuno's doing a lot more damage now, which is good. Ice Beam on Slowbro. Jinx. I will still go for Fly. Jinx's physical defense is worse than its special. So I had to give you something to keep you entertained while I was training. I'm not going to be able to beat Lap. Oh, no, maybe I will. Ice Beam. Oh, don't use that. Oh, I hate everything. Why are you still in my party? Get in the box. Ducks. There we go. Alright, Articuno should be able to win. You know what? If Articuno gets past Lorelei, it probably wins the Elite Four. Like, not gonna lie. Like, Lorelei's probably the only, like, real difficult trainer. Agatha maybe, but I don't think... I don't think any of these... Oh, and not only that's, like... Mist. I don't need Mist. Oops. Oh, actually, Ice Beam did quite a lot to Jinx. Sorry, Bubble Beam. Oh. I shouldn't use Ice Beam against Lapras. Lapras double resists it, and it's strong. Like, Lapras is a good... Ah! No! Ah! Oh! Oh, you are kidding me. Take that, you bastard. Faint. Oh, that warms my heart to see Articuno defeat Lorelei with 1 HP. I don't care, I'm taking it. Even though it was a critical hit, I've had enough of battling this stupid trainer. Now, I reckon Articuno will flog the rest of it. It may even outspeed Gengar. Bubble Beam's fine against most of Bruno's Pokemon. Bruno's Pokemon don't have good special. And don't forget, special counts for both your attack and defense against special moves in this gen. This gen only. That was changed in Gen 2. Fly's not a bad option against Gengar because remember, Gengar has really good special, but it doesn't have good physical defense, and Fly's a physical move. That's why I'm going for Fly rather than Ice Beam, because Fly will do more damage. Ice Beam will be fine there. Alright, let's head over to Lance. I don't want to use my full restore to heal that poison. I don't think that poison will actually be a problem. Articuno will one-hit kill all of Lance's. Oh, I don't like that confusion. Oh, it missed with Hyper Beam. If it hit that Hyper Beam, I don't think Articuno would have fainted, but it could have given me a problem if I'd lost another turn on confusion. So that battle could have actually gone very differently. Alright, let's use an Elixir. At level 62, will Articuno win? I reckon it will. It probably should win. into this. Do we outspeed Pidgeot? We do. Do we one-hit shot it? We do. We'll go for Blizzard. It went for Reflect and gained armor, so I will knock out Alakazam. Ice Beam on Rhyhorn and Exeggutor. That's an easy win. Oh, critical hit with an Ice Beam. That's a very good. Dragon Rage isn't too bad. 40 HP is not a lot for us right now. Let's use Ice Beam on Charizard. Super effective. One hit. One hit. Fall down. You ain't nothing compared to Articuno. So now the only trainer that Articuno struggled with was Lorelei. And I knew it as soon as Articuno beat Lorelei, it was going to win. So overall, Articuno, very, very good, very strong. Very good stats. Doesn't have a great learn set, but with Ice Beam alone, it's enough to do Gem 1 in. Look at that, solid stats. When Articuno reaches level 100, some of those stats are up in the mid to high 200s. Very good run, very impressive with Articuno. Thanks for tuning in if you've watched all the way to the end here. Who do you want to see? Leave it down in the comments. If I see people requesting Pokemon, it makes me want to do that Pokemon because I like to give people what they want to see. So yeah, again, thanks for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, take care, be happy. I will see you in the next video. Farewell.